Today's Dishin' It is sponsored by
Price Cutter. Local matters. Welcome to Dishin' It. It's been a while.
It feels
like
good, doesn't it? To be
Oh,
cooking
goodness.
and back in the kitchen.
Here's what I really am feeling from the viewers. The viewers have been anxiously awaiting the return of us cooking.
I've heard that.
And our perfection in the kitchen.
They're like, when are you going to cook again? We can't do it on the 1 hour shows.
No, it's too hard.
It turns out that this is working out today.
Now, guys, we are making breakfast burritos, and the reason they're called freezer friendly is because you can make a lot and then freeze them and then meal plan for the day.
I like it. I like it.
You're looking at the recipe right there. I'll tell you this though.
It's simple?
It's simple.
Okay.
It is simple. Now, Kelly, I'm gonna have you cook scrambled eggs.
Okay.
And I want you to pick which pan
Oh,
you would like.
scrambled eggs. Well,
we also have
what
to
else
heat
are
up
we
some
cooking?
sausage. We have
You
to heat up
know,
sausage.
I think, how many? Oh, this many?
How many? It calls for 8 large
I'm going to
eggs.
use the big pan.
Okay, good.
All right, are you wanting me to spray this?
Well,
in
no,
it?
it comes with, I think it says to put in, hold on one second. Oh, actually, we need to cook this first, it says.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just reading this for you guys. When you do the eggs, you will whisk the eggs together until there's no dark yellow streaks visible. Heat this butter in there, and then you'll season with salt and pepper, and heat slowly until they're scrambled eggs.
All right, so if we're going to use this for the eggs and we
Yes.
got to do this first, then we'll do that, right?
Sure.
Is that what you're
Oh yeah, we can use that burner too. It doesn't matter on
Okay.
which. Okay, so we need to cook the bacon or sausage. We're picking sausage.
Okay.
Now I don't know if we need anything
Okay, that's
in
good.
there.
Okay. What I can do, though, is I can go ahead and mix these in the bowl.
Sure. Yes. And while you do that, guess what I'm gonna do?
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna make in this breakfast burrito. It calls for a chipotle aioli.
Okay, you're going to make up a little sauce.
A little
Do you
sauce is
want
gonna go.
this, is this all goes in there?
Yes.
Okay. I can put it in there.
And I'm almost thinking we need this big burner for the eggs then for that. Are you gonna cook them separately?
Yeah. Well, I don't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
we got time. We got time actually.
We got time.
We got some time.
nothing but time. All
Okay,
right.
so it says to mix all of the aioli ingredients in a small dish and whisk to combine. Okay, so that's gonna be a 1/3 cup of mayo.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm curious what's going in there.
Yes, and I got a small bowl because it said small bowl.
Bubble. Okay, mayo.
Mayo.
3.
Okay, small bowl. Then we're gonna mix in a teaspoon of lemon juice.
Lemon juice. Good.
So I'm gonna move that pan out of your way there,
Oh.
sorry. There we go, and that whisk. And here you go, lemon juice, I don't wanna spill. Ooh, that looks good already. Then we're gonna add, okay, here's the thing I need help with. It says a teaspoon chipotle chili pepper.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing, this chipotle is a giant pepper. Can you look at this?
Oh,
It's already,
wow.
It's the pepper, so I don't know what to do with
I
that.
think
Should I
you
mash
should cut
it?
it up or mash it. Uh-huh.
Okay, because here's what it is. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Because I think if we're gonna have a chipotle sauce, we need to taste like chipotle.
I agree with that. Yeah, can you mash it pretty easily? Or
Let's
not?
see if I can. Producer Jake, can I ask you a question up in the control room? Would you just use the liquid from this, or would you actually use the pepper? Because he loves chipotle peppers. Okay, so I need to cut up this little pepper then, right?
Okay, so do you have a knife?
I do not, because I thought
Yeah.
there was going to be.
I wondered about that.
I
I think
didn't
you
look
can
at it.
squish it apart.
Okay,
I do.
I'm gonna squish. Here, let me set this
Yeah.
down. Squish it.
Okay. I'm starting to hear this sizzle a little bit.
Good.
Get a spoon.
And I got a spoon back there for you.
Okay. I love sausage. It's good.
Okay.
It's very good.
You know
Okay.
I'm gonna probably
What,
do.
you want to use? Why don't you use a flat spoon? Might do better, or a spoon? Do you think, or is that working?
That one I'm saving for that. Let me try this. I brought little spoons just in case.
Oh, I see some cheese back there. Yum.
Oh, we gotta have cheese.
Yes. Oh, you gotta have cheese, cheese, cheese. Ah-da-da-da-da. What song is that?
Faith.
Yeah.
George Michael.
Yes. Good job.
Okay. I think that's good, and it calls for a 1/2 teaspoon only. Wow.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna get some of the pepper.
I'm just gonna get some of the pepper.
All right.
And just see what happens. Okay. I'm gonna keep that and set aside in case we need more.
Okay.
Because you know I like some.
Now I'm gonna
some
turn
sauce.
this other one on. Is that's not the right one? This one. And I can move this over there if you want me to do the
I just
eggs
feel like
here.
this pan does better on this front burner.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna move this over
Yes.
here.
Can I have a rag? Do you have an extra
Yes,
rag?
yes, I do.
I'm just gonna wipe this off.
I sure do.
Thank
Here
you.
we go.
Okay, so chipotle pepper. Now we're gonna do these spices,
Okay.
and the eggs will not take long to cook at all.
Okay. I'm gonna whisk them. Now, was I supposed
we might
to add
need to wait
anything?
until the second segment for this part.
Oh, okay,
That's what I'm
gotcha.
thinking.
I'm gonna go ahead and whip them.
Whip them, whip them.
I'm gonna whisk them.
Whisk them all up.
Whisk them.
We're gonna need a 1/2 teaspoon. I hope that was a teaspoon. Is that a teaspoon?
Which one? Oh, that you just used?
One. Yeah, that's a 1/2. Yeah. Okay. Garlic powder. sometimes the little things on them are fading, you know, so it's hard to see what they are.
Oh, it is, yes.
Garlic
Whisking
powder.
Whisking it good. There we go.
There we go. A fourth of onion powder.
Okay.
1/4.
We're all good.
Teaspoon.
Yep.
1/4 teaspoon.
All right, you're going good there.
4 teaspoon, and then we have a 4 teaspoon of salt and a little pepper.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this down.
There we go.
Because it said this slow, didn't it?
Yeah, so not very high heat on that
I just
one.
turned that down to low.
Salt, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit up.
What do you got there? Oh, that's the pepper. Okay.
There we go.
This looks great. This sauce looks great. Now, what are you doing with the sauce? Are you adding it to the...
Nope, it goes on to the burrito once we make it.
Oh, did we double it? We should have doubled it.
I didn't send the recipe.
What?
Jake sent the recipe, so
Oh, so we don't have more mayo.
No, we don't have any.
Everything else we might
yes.
have, but gotcha.
I'm like, I don't have anything extra.
Gotcha.
Whisking it, whisking it. Here, I'll move it up here for
That
you,
looks
Kaylee.
so good.
That whisked together real nice.
Yes.
And it's not as red as I thought it would be with that pepper, but
Either. I wonder
we
how
have
hot
extra
that-
adobo or chili chipotle sauce if we need it.
Yeah, well, that's true. Some people could add that.
Okay, I'm gonna set this over here. And you know what? I am gonna do a little taste test just to make sure.
Okay.
I want it to be good.
All right, that's going along good. Oh, boy. It's hot.
No, tart.
Oh, tart.
I think we need more heat.
What's making it tart? Oh, the lemon juice. Right? You put
It's
lemon
pretty.
juice in it?
I think I need to add more chipotle. I don't feel like heat at all.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that okay? Do you mind?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a little bit of that sauce because it's quite
Okay.
tangy.
Okay.
Quite tangy, my friends.
Do your thing. Do your thing. You know what we like.
I'm just gonna add a little bit more.
Okay.
Whisk that.
I'm just so happy we're having a breakfast burrito. This is
I know it's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Okay, where's my
Right.
other? Here, I'll use this fork.
Yeah,
Oh, I
okay.
haven't put this in my mouth yet.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
Is that better?
It's better. I'm gonna have you taste it during the commercial.
Okay. All right. We'll
Because I
see
need
what
your
we do.
opinion.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, so now.
Yeah.
As soon as we be back in the next segment.
We'll
what
put
if
the eggs in.
Yes.
And we're doing scrambled eggs.
Yes. And that's how simple it is. Because then we just have to assemble.
Okay. Oh, so easy.
That's what I'm like,
So
it's an
easy, but look
recipe.
at the size of these guys.
Look.
Oh my goodness. That is huge.
Look at that. I'm gonna show the viewers this.
Yeah.
Okay, off to break, Kel. But
Okay,
look at
we'll
this.
be back, guys.
Look, it's bigger
When
than
we
my
come
head.
back, bigger than his head. Whoa, look at that.
Can't see me.